In a surprising turn of events, an Irish bookstore has taken a bold stand against legendary horror writer Stephen King. The controversy began after King made comments about American commentator Charlie Kirk, which many online users quickly condemned. Although King later issued a public apology, the damage had already been done. His remarks were labeled as harsh and ill-informed, and the backlash spread rapidly. One of the strongest responses came from Belfast Books, a well-known independent bookstore in Ireland. On their official social media page, the store announced that they would be removing all Stephen King titles from their shelves and website. They explained that while they valued his work, they could not overlook what they called an abhorrent statement, adding that his apology did not go far enough to undo the harm. The store admitted this move might hurt them financially, but they insisted it was necessary to stand by their principles. The controversy ties in to the shocking assassination of Charlie Kirk, who was the CEO of Turning Point USA and a prominent American political commentator. On September 10, 2025, while hosting an event at Utah Valley University, Kirk was fatally shot in the throat. The news spread quickly, and former President Donald Trump released a heartfelt message on Truth Social, describing Kirk as a legendary figure who had a deep connection with America's youth. He expressed his and Melania's condolences to Kirk's wife Erica and his family. The death of Charlie Kirk instantly became a polarizing topic. Many people expressed genuine grief and mourning, while others pointed to his history of divisive and often inflammatory remarks. In the midst of this debate, Stephen King joined the conversation. Initially, he criticized Kirk harshly, but in doing so, he repeated misinformation, stating that Kirk had called for members of the LGBTQ+ community to be stoned to death. What actually happened was different. In 2024, during a clash with children's content creator Ms. Rachel, Kirk referenced a passage from Leviticus to argue against her interpretation of Scripture about love and inclusion. While his remarks were controversial, he never explicitly called for violence. King later acknowledged his mistake and clarified on social media, admitting that he had mischaracterized Kirk's words. He wrote that he was wrong to say Kirk endorsed stoning, and explained that Kirk had instead been selectively citing the Bible to make his point. Still, the apology was not enough for Belfast Books. They insisted that King's words carried too much weight to be brushed aside with a short clarification. The bookstore suggested that if King were truly remorseful, he could make amends by supporting charities that assist victims of gun violence in the United States. This situation has now ignited a much larger debate. Should an artist's work be judged alongside their words and actions, or should their creations stand on their own? Fans remain divided. Some support Belfast Books' decision, calling it a brave stand for accountability. Others argue that art should be separate from the artist, and that removing books is an unnecessary form of censorship. What do you think about this controversy? Was the bookstore right to take this stand, or should King's apology have been enough? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy staying updated with stories that dig deeper into today's most talked about issues, make sure to subscribe to InsightPulse and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.